This is the White Lion in Lower Offord, which is near Woodbridge in Suffolk. We have lived in the village for 22 years. We have supported the pub from this side of the bar for all of those years, and supported the small events that used to take place that's kept it going. It is very much a village pub. Relationship between the village and the pub, I mean, it's got good foundations, and it's a village that changes because people seem to be in batches of age groups, and then they are no more. But then other batches of younger people come in, and it helps keep it going. The shop is very good. We live obviously in an area of outstanding natural beauty, and there are lots of holiday rentals in the village, but primarily they are in the summer, and people on holiday are willing to just go in and they don't care what they're paying for stuff because they're on holiday. If you live somewhere, and you have to think differently to that. So locals didn't really use the shop, which is fine, but the ones that did, even when it's closed, still do, because they'll just phone up and say, have you got half a dozen eggs? Can I have some milk? And would you make me a chicken and mushroom pie? And we do that because it's still the shop, it's just not out there, and we're not draining our resources again. The events are so varied that there is a gentleman in the village his name is Fopper de Haan, and he renovates and restores vintage cars. Fopper said one year, again to support the pub, what do you think if we have a car rally? I said, oh, okay. And he said, we might get about 20 cars. And I said, well, fine. On the morning of the car rally, people started arriving at 8 o'clock in the morning. The young man that then worked behind the bar, Jamie, said, do you think I should come in tomorrow morning a bit earlier? I said, oh, only half an hour. I mean, how many people can get in 20 cars? Well, it wasn't quite like that, because 87 cars turned up on the first one. And it's grown and grown ever since. So last year there was over 200 cars. People come from all over Europe, but that's just from Fopper saying, let's do something that helps the pub, and it also means he can meet his customers. Yeah. And it works, and it is amazing. Hundreds and hundreds of people come to look at them. You've got over 200 cars. Some of them have got 4 people in them. Mm. Things get done by people being kind and volunteering. If you want to keep your community alive, you have to do things like that, and people are willing to step up to the plate. This needed a lot of work doing on it. It's just nearly 2 years ago. Stephen said, I'm going to start a microbrewery. And I thought, he's completely lost his mind. This is it, he's definitely lost it now. But I have to say, it's been amazing. It's been so successful, and we sell 3 of our barrels to 1 of Benny Adnams. Commercially, it was the right decision to make. It was the right money to invest into that. The people who use the pub in percentage terms are probably locals use it 30%. They're 30% of the business. 10 miles away, it would probably be another 30%, and the rest is people from heaven only knows where, and sometimes I wonder how they found us. We employ young people from the village, and in the 9 years that we've had it, most of them we can't get rid of. They go off to university and they come back anyway, because it's made them view a pub and also view a variety of age groups in a different manner. They've worked in here, so they've got used to people of our age and, remarks and everything that are said to them. And I think that's vitally important, that they do see how a pub really operates, what it's about, not about the fact that it's here to get completely sozzled. It's actually here to meet people. And Stephen did go and give a talk, to tell people that you can do it, and you're never going to be rich, but you might have one hell of a good life. I can't imagine ever the thought of retiring. It's too much of a fun life. You're never going to retire and run a pub because you need an enormous amount of stamina. And it is stamina more than anything else, because there are times, like on Saturday, when, you know, we had a party of 30 in, a party of 35 in, and then the laying up supper in the evening. You've got to be able to stand behind there. You will end up with varicose veins, but you have got to be able to do it. And you've also, even if you don't feel like it, got to be able to make people feel like you really do want them in there.